Hey guys, I hope that you found the first week nice and easy and that you are raring to go for week two. One of the things, and I'm going to just keep mentioning it so that people don't get discombobulated, is that you'll notice that the dates are, when I do the overview of the weeks, are switching because sometimes I'm updating these videos in the spring and sometimes I'm updating them in the fall. And while the assignments will be relatively consistent, the dates on the week descriptions will change. Hopefully you are finding no problems in navigating the class and that you're doing all right. However, as usual, if you are having any problem at all, please make sure that you get in touch through email or through text. I'm happy to help you anytime, especially if you feel confused. We do use our discussion boards a little more. We do a little bit more communicating from student to student than some other classes, and so don't be surprised if you come across an assignment that doesn't make sense. So please don't ever be worried about asking for help. In this short video, I'm just going to overview the assignments that you're going to see in in week two, and kind of give you a feel for where you should be kind of focusing your energy, and we'll go from there. In this week, we're going to cover two chapters, chapter 2 and chapter 3. And it's going to be super important that I'm going to be making a chapter 2 highlights video and a chapter 3 highlights video. Make sure that you watch those if you find these to be confusing, because some people do find the self terms and then all the cultural characteristics to be a little confusing. So make sure you do that. As far as the assignments are concerned, this week you're going to be doing a couple of assignments for me. First of all, make sure that you're keeping up with your field book. The reason that I have you do these things weekly is so that when they are due at the end of each unit, it's not overwhelming. If you do the field books as you go, it makes it really, really easy to just kind of put the finishing touches on it and submit it all at once. And when you do submit, I need entries 1, 2, and 3. So, or probably, I think it's actually just 1 and 2 for you guys. So please don't, wait until the last minute, especially because week 2 field book, there is an option to do some outings and things like that. You won't be able to do that if you wait to the last minute. Remember, when you look at the field book, if you're at all confused as far as what needs to go into it, you can check out the orientation materials, and under assignment descriptions, you'll see the field book described in more detail there. This week you get 2 options. One of them is to watch a video by a lady named Susan Cain, who talks about introverts and personality and perception, or becoming a visitor, going to a place that you would be a cultural minority and experiencing a different culture and then talking a little bit about it. So please make sure that you pick one or the other of those and that you've got that going on the background, because we'll submit them next week. As you go through this material, the first discussion board that you're going to do is something called online perception. This is actually really kind of cool because there's this whole raft of research going on right now on exactly what is social media doing to us. And so I've got a couple of links here that you're going to read over and kind of look about what do you think about how we present ourselves online, and exactly how should we be held accountable or not held accountable to what we do online. One thing I think is really fascinating is that, and I'm recording this in 2017, there was just an article posted about some teachers at Fox High School and social media and whether or not they should be responsible for things that they post on social media. So this is something that's constantly happening all the time. What I'm asking you to do is to read a few of these articles. Sometimes that drives some of my students nuts because they're like, well, how many is a few? 2 or 3, 1 or 2, whatever you feel that you need to do to answer the questions well. I would like to see reference to at least one of the articles that I've got posted in your post. It's up to you. And what you're going to be doing is talking a little bit about how this applies to Chapter 2, what effects do you think social media has on how we perceive ourselves, and do you think that employers have a self that they have to protect, and do you think that that should be something that should be taken into effect? So I really look forward to seeing your posts on this and to be reading your posts and your responses. As usual, first post due Wednesday, responses due Sunday. The second one is another kind of fun discussion that we'll have, where you're going to be doing a dominant culture scavenger hunt. I'm asking you to go out and do one of these 3 activities. where you actually look at what we mean by dominant culture and what is the culture that's being communicated to us on a regular basis. And then I'm going to have you actually look at a few articles regarding what we mean by dominant culture and if there is any what we call privilege involved in being part of the dominant culture, and then getting your thoughts on that. And I really am fascinated to kind of see what you have to say about these things. Please don't forget to include some things from Chapter 3. You could also theoretically pull from Chapter 2 a little bit in this as well. It's up to you. And I believe that is due Sunday. I think that this is an assignment. Oh, no, actually, we made this into a forum. So same thing, first post due Wednesday, responses due Sunday. I go back and forth with having this be a case study and having that be a discussion board. So you've got 2 discussion boards for this week, okay? And then last up, you've got Hiroshi's Night Out. This is a case study that you're going to be doing. And this is really focusing on chapters 2 and 3 and how these things, these influences kind of influence our decisions and then thus our behavior. Make sure that when you look at these things that you try to go into a little bit of depth. Tell me why. If you say, yes, he should go, why should he go? If you think that it will make people be more closed-minded, why is that? I'm always interested in the why. I'm always more interested in the why and how you apply the chapter terms than I am anything else. And also, by the way, when you look at number 6 in this case study, there's no right answer. There is 0 right answer to this question. It's all in what you think he should do and how he should handle it. Because this is a very common thing that could happen in the workplace. So don't be afraid to tell me what you think. If you look at how I grade case studies, it's always the process that I'm more interested in than anything else. So those are the assignments that you can expect in this week. And if you have any questions, as always, hit me up online and I will answer as soon as I can. Enjoy your week, and thank you so much for everything that you do.